Yes.
You okay?
Minutes?
Minutes, all right.
Thank you.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Minutes? Minutes, anyone?
Take the agenda if you have an extra one. I brought my iPad, but I will make notes on it. Thank you so much.
Do we have enough to go forward?
It's running.
Oh, okay. Do we have enough people?
4.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Number 4.
We ready? Okay. I'd like to call the meeting to order of the Library Advisory Board of the City of Clearwater, and thank all of you who are here today for being with us. And first of all, let's take a look at the minutes from our previous meeting of November 4th, 2021. Would someone like to make a motion on the minutes?
I approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Minutes approved from the previous meeting. All right. Are there any citizens to be heard?
I do have an e-comment.
Okay.
It's from Arwen Goodwin, under Citizens to be Heard. I live in the Lake, let me take this off. I live in the Lake Bellevue neighborhood, and I would like to say that I value our Clearwater Main Library. This kids' floor has brought so much value to my older boys, 15 and 13, who now volunteer regularly for the library. My 5-year-old daughter has missed out on the library in recent years due to COVID, but please don't accept any reduced attendance due to COVID as a reason to reduce the services the library offers or to devalue the library's contribution to our community. Please, please, please recognize the library as a valuable resource that can be shaped and molded to service our communities. The Clearwater Main Library has exposed my kids to technology I would not have been able to afford in my own house: 3D printing, media rooms, robotics. I truly believe we need to keep these buildings and spaces for the library and give the library administration the room and freedom to find how they best fit with the community as technology and medium forms change and develop. These are so many ideas I could create free text here, but I think the library administration could find the best use of their resources if they continue to receive the full support of the community, and if their impressive contributions to our communities are recognized by city management and leadership.
Well, I would say hear, hear, and certainly all of us agree with those sentiments, because our library system is second to none in the services offered and available, and certainly I can't imagine any of us supporting any reduction in services. So I want to thank that citizen. Would you tell me the name again? I didn't quite catch it.
Arwen, A-R-W-E-N, Goodwin.
Okay. Arwen Goodwin, if you're watching, thank you so much, and we appreciate your comments and agree with them. And yes, I hear better without my mask. I don't know why that is, so I apologize. I'll stay away from it. I am negative. I have been tested, so just so you know. Okay. Any other comments from citizens? Hearing none, let's proceed to new business. The Winter Library Program. Jennifer, would you let us know what's going on?
Absolutely. So I reported last time we returned to in-house programming back in September. At the time, the Delta variant was pretty bad, so we had to limit room capacity and social distance. And we're still doing that currently because then Omicron came. But our programs have been fantastic. And people are finally coming back, feeling more comfortable coming back into the library. But some upcoming programs that we had, and we're finding partnerships, internal partnerships and external. So for example, this Saturday, we are partnering with Moccasin Lake, and it's Jurassic Park evening. So we'll be there, part of the event. They're going to be screening the movie, and then we're going to be offering crafts and different types of activities. So we're partnering with Parks and Rec for that. Coming up for Black History Month this month, we are hosting our 5th annual Night at the Library. That's February 25th. That's 6 to 8. I know they're finalizing the agenda, but it's always been just a fantastic celebration. So we're looking forward to that. Unfortunately, usually our countryside library offers AARP tax help. Unfortunately, AARP, can I take this off? AARP decided to cancel all of their tax, so it wasn't, and their concern was the masking, and obviously COVID. So unfortunately, we won't be able to offer tax help this year. And again, that was AARP's decision. So, talk about partnerships in March. We're partnering, we usually have Comic-Con in March, and we usually hosted it here, we always have. But with the exhibit space and the park construction, we decided to partner with Ross Norton in Lake Bellevue community, and we'll be at the Ross Norton Rec Center for Comic-Con. And so again, another partnership with Parks and Rec. And they're excited about it, we're excited about it. And then I believe that's March 25th. So. And let's see, I think that's, there's a Blues Fest this weekend downtown. So again, another partnership. We have, so David Stoner's our division manager, and he is a certified NASA solar ambassador. I think I got that right. So he's been doing astronomy telescope programs at all of our locations, and they're a huge hit. So he will be at the Blues event with his telescopes. And we also partnered with the Dunedin Library for him to go there last month to do that program. So you can see the moon and planets, and we even have a filter where you can see the sun during the day. And you can take pictures, just put your cell phone in the telescope and you can take pictures. It's really neat.
Oh,
it's
that's
really
wonderful.
Neat. So we're really excited about that. So, and that's just the highlights of the winter, spring programs. Of course, we're preparing for a summer reading program, planning for that. Do you have any questions regarding programs? Or?
Well, one comment, first of all, I'm very glad that we're a part of the new Blues Festival downtown. I think that's going to be a very exciting event. I think it's going to be very well attended. I think it starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And I expect with our great weather that we will have terrific turnout. So I'm glad that we're participating with that. And I was wondering with the summer reading program, is there any consideration, since, optimistically speaking, we're hoping to be post-COVID, more of involving the citizens of Clearwater in, say, a mentoring/reading program with students, since often they lose a great deal during the summer. And I know that we have so many wonderful retired professionals in this area who would avail themselves of an opportunity to maybe work one-on-one with kids or help with a small group. I'm just wondering if there are any opportunities like that you're aware of, or can they be looked at to incorporate within the summer program?
Absolutely. We always have opportunities for adult volunteers, teen volunteers. We've had, I don't know if we're still scheduling that, but the reading dogs. But we haven't had actual adult volunteers actually read to children, but I would definitely consider that.
Oh,
So.
okay.
And again, it's been slow, our volunteers are slowly coming back, but we're not in full force yet.
Yeah.
But hopefully, like you said, by summer, we will be.
I'm ever the optimist, so I want to believe that we can get together with fellow citizens and the kids once again.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
Very good. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're
Now,
welcome.
something we're all very eager to hear about is main library renovation. What are the current
and
plans?
because people are like, I thought the renovation, the initial one was canceled, and it was, and we talked about that. So it's more of a remodeling.
Okay,
So we've got plans, and I think I reported this out last meeting, from a consultant that we hired. Right now, because of the cost of the project and the supply chain issues and the price increases, I am going to be submitting it as a CIP project, a capital improvement project, for next year's fiscal budget.
okay.
Hopefully it will get approved, but of course it's a process. So that's my new approach because of the costs that came in. It's,
Will we receive any notice as to when that will be on a city council agenda?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
Because we'd love to come support that.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, city hasn't set dates for presentations or anything yet, so.
I know.
The CIP projects are the first piece of the city's budget. That's what we work on first. And then we work on personnel and whatnot, so. So that's exciting. Any questions on?
Oh, okay. Can you give us any details as to what specifically would be included in the remodel of
Okay.
this library?
Basically, and it's very similar to the initial intent of the major renovation, is to make this first floor out here more interactive, more people can grab and go, and just make it more interactive. So what we'll be doing, this is like the major change, we'll be moving our fiction collection up to the third floor. So our fiction and nonfiction will be together. And also, we're changing our service model to match all of our other locations. And that is our front circulation desk will be a shared desk. So it'll be circulation and information staffed by a librarian.
Okay.
So, and we're bringing some computers downstairs, a lot of, all new FF&E, furniture and fixtures and shelving on the first floor, and it'll be lower so you can actually see the park. It's not blocked by these 86-inch tall shelves. But so really it's only the first and third floor that we're changing things around. And also, and I anticipate once the park is done, that we're going to become even more active than we are. So I think this is a really good opportunity to draw people. The synergy between the park activity and the library activity, I think it's a great opportunity. So,
That's wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you for the specifics. I
Yep.
know we've all been
Yeah,
wondering those
our
things.
plans weren't finalized with the consultant until fairly recently. So I will share that with the board
Okay,
once they.
Thank you so much.
Revised, so. Yeah.
okay. Go ahead.
What changes are recommended for the third floor?
We're gonna be moving fiction from the first floor to the third. We're going to be relocating the reference desk closer to the staff area, so it'll be looking west. And then just add a lot of more seating, because that's what our patrons want now, is seating to study or work on the laptop or whatnot. So a lot of new seating and furniture, so.
Great.
Yeah.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, our next item is election of officers. And
We do this every year by code. So could I have nominations for chair, please?
I'm willing to run again if, can we do self-nomination?
I would nominate.
Oh, okay.
It's unanimous.
Okay, so we have a first and a second, all in favor?
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Thank you. I will do my utmost to, because sometimes I think there's a misconception that the library board, oh, that's the board that doesn't do anything. And it's like, now, wait a second. We're going to protect one of the greatest resources of this community and make sure that it is preserved going forward. And I do see that as part of our mission. We are so open and accessible, I would say the most, next to Parks and Rec, of course, that makes itself so available to the public. If anything, I would want more publicity for all the services. When I tell my friends, by the way, have you ever heard of a memvelope? Or some of the other features. My sister's in town, we went upstairs and heard the history of the pirate culture, for example. And all of these things are free, not to mention the technology, which is phenomenal. I am always trying to stay caught up, and it's very difficult. But we have the resources here, and certainly the way we preserve the history of the area is remarkable also. So, yes, going forward, I want to make sure that I'm like cheerleader in chief for the Clearwater Library System. And any of your ideas, please share, because if there are other priorities you think we're not looking at, I'm open to suggestion, and I know Jennifer is. Okay?
And we have really increased our outreach efforts, because we find that word of mouth is really a great way to promote our services. Of course, COVID, we had to scale back a little bit, but now we're starting to, again, do more outreach, and go to where people are, and provide services that, we call it pop-up, programs, and then while doing so, promoting all of our other services. And you wouldn't believe how many people say, I had no idea, I didn't know this was free, I didn't know you offered this. So along with our regular promotional channels, social media, the Clearwater Magazine, and posters and whatnot, and our website, we're finding that outreach is really just really effective. So we want to be at the table as much as we can. So at the table.
Yes,
So,
very good.
So thank you.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And one of the issues I know we discussed previously under old business, library
sorry.
hours.
We need a vice chair.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Vice Chair, would you like to be Vice Chair?
I'm fine with it unless somebody else
Okay.
wants it.
Would
Someone else
someone
wants it?
second
Fine.
them? Okay,
Sure. Second.
okay, all right. We're,
All in favor?
yes, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstain? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for accepting the Vice Chair position, and I'm sorry I didn't complete my officer election properly. I'll make sure that never happens again. Okay, wonderful. Now, let's move on to old business. Where do we stand on the library hours, Jen?
So right now, and we talked about this last time, we had so many vacancies. We are finally, in the home stretch of being fully staffed.
Okay,
So that means, well, actually, our East Library returned to their normal hours, beginning of January. I think it was January 10th. So East is back to their normal hours, except the 1 hour in the morning. Our rest of our locations, we're ready to go back to pre-COVID hours. So we just we haven't set a date yet, but I'm hoping definitely by March 1st, if not sooner.
Very good.
But I'm just happy, and filling vacancies has been challenging. So it's been a process, but we're finally there, thank goodness. So we're happy to extend our hours.
I am delighted to
Go
hear.
back.
Yes, because I think everyone is eager to be living a real post-COVID life. COVID fatigue is no joke. But I am so appreciative of all the pivoting the library did to meet the needs of COVID in our community. Okay.
Yeah, never had to deal with the pandemic in my career.
And, it was never in any of our degree programs or, on the agenda, what to do in case of pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
now on to the plume in your cap, the Clyde Butcher exhibit.
and thanks to our CRA for making this happen. We have, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've had people just either come for the exhibit, or if they're already here, they just stop, and I see people, just admiring the photographs, and we have that short video out there. So it's been so successful. And I believe Clyde Butcher will be coming down in March, I don't have a date.
Oh, okay.
To provide a lecture. And I also need confirmation, I don't know if he's gonna be here or at the Capitol Theater. So once I have confirmation about that, a date and the location, I can let you all know. But
Very
be happy
good.
to see him. And of course, the exhibit runs to the end of May.
That's great, and I certainly hope everyone in the area has a chance to see it. It really is illuminating. That's great.
Well, I was passing by a few weeks ago, and a gentleman was looking at one of the photographs, and I said, "Oh, are you enjoying it?" He said, "I'm on a fixed income, a limited income." He goes, "And I can't go to museums." He goes, "The fact that I can admire this for free is just," I know, it was just, we're hearing similar stories like that, or just like, I can't believe that, this is here, so that's been great. So thanks to the CRA for, again.
Yes, and thank you for sharing that story. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Very good. Now, moving on to the director's report, the Library Foundation, what has been happening lately with that?
They have not been meeting because of COVID,
Okay.
the board, but they are meeting next Tuesday from 4 to 7. So that's exciting news. So that's the only update I have for the Library Foundation is, they're meeting next Tuesday.
Okay.
And then moving on to the next item, the Friends of the Clearwater Library. I had a meeting with the president of the board last week, and they will be funding this year the summer teen interns and the teen scholarships.
Oh,
They've been doing this for many, many years. COVID kind of put a halt in the last 2 years, but they have committed to doing that. So we're very grateful, very, very grateful, so.
Oh, that's good news.
I don't think they have plans for an upcoming book sale right now.
Okay.
But that may be forthcoming.
Now, I've seen some activity in the store, though.
Yes.
Is it open some of the time, or,
Right now, they tell me that their volunteers don't feel comfortable
Oh, okay.
actually being in the store, because it is a tiny space. So it's hard to socially distance. So it's just open while we're open.
Oh, I get
And then if someone wants to buy something, they just pick it up and then pay for it at the circulation desk.
Very good, okay.
Yeah. And that's similar to our other locations. We have an area where we have donations and, people can buy stuff. So hopefully
That's great.
their volunteers will be back,
Yes.
so.
Again, everyone is hoping to return to a somewhat more normal life anytime now.
If someone told me in March of 2020 that we'd still be, I would have
Yes.
said, no way, and here we are.
It's probably better that we didn't know at that time, because I was thinking, oh, well, we'll just lose April of 2020, and like, dream on. Oh,
Absolutely.
okay, moving ahead, board members to be heard. Do any of my fellow board members have issues they'd like to raise? Go ahead.
I raised the issue of seeing if we couldn't get some of the programs and activities that the library has on Seaview TV. And you were going to attempt to get to meet with the Director of Communications and talk about the Seaview. Did that happen, or?
And in full transparency, no. But I will email her today. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. So I will let you know, but I'll be honest, I dropped the ball on that one. But we can
Well,
definitely.
you're not a magician, but you try.
And also too, they do some promotion before city council work sessions and city council meetings. So I'm gonna inquire to see if we can add some of our library stuff
Great.
to those meetings as well. So I've been thinking about it, I just haven't executed yet, but I will work on that today, so I apologize.
Well, again, if there's any way that support from the board can help get more publicity in more venues, we'd be happy to use whatever resources we have available
Absolutely.
to assist.
Yeah.
Because again, this is such a gem, and I want everyone in Clearwater to know what they have available to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Your social media team or person does a great job. I mean, that's, I'm always seeing announcements for events and everything on Facebook and, other places. So I just
Yeah.
want to say, I know there's other ways too, because not everybody uses Facebook. But it is great to always see that, so.
Yeah, we have a social media team, a committee. So we make sure we post at least once a day, not only to Facebook, but Twitter and Instagram. So we try to cover all the bases. Promotion and marketing is challenging these days because there's so much out there. But we do our best, and but I'm always open to ideas for like Seaview and before the council meetings, and I think even after the council meetings, the mayor makes announcements. So I'm going to be asking the mayor if he could include like our big events. So, and a lot of people watch the work sessions and city council meetings. So I think that would be good.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Any other announcements, concerns, issues? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.